Crime Buster was made in 1988 by Atari for their 8-bit computer family. The game uses the AtariAge G1 light gun made by Neutronics. In the game's story, a town is plagued by a gang of mobsters. The player is a police detective who was sent to fight this gang. The mobsters heard about this mission and tried to hunt down the player. The game starts off on a map screen with 12 tiles which represent individual levels. The player may select any of these tiles. If no tile was completed before, or if a tile is selected which isn't adjacent to a finished tile, a driving minigame has to be completed before the actual level starts. In this minigame, the cars of the gang have to be shot, while civilian cars should be spared. Shooting a civilian car will yield in an ammunition penalty. The ammunition acts as health in this game. Running out of ammunition will cause the player to die. The hostile cars are marked with a white stripe and shoot back. Shots are fired by shooting the red arrows in the lower right corner. Shooting the orange or blue arrow will change the location of the own car. There are 4 types of levels which are distributed randomly on the 12 tiles. One location takes place on the streets. Another kind of level takes the player to appear. There are warehouse missions and missions placed inside a backyard. As before, shooting civilians mostly yields in an ammunition penalty. However, shooting an elderly man with yellow hat will refill the stock of ammunition, and killing Santa Claus will yield in a bonus life. Some levels have destructible objects such as lamps. Shooting a lamp will dim the light. If all 12 tiles are completed or the player died, the player is taken to the score screen. The rank Crime Buster is reserved for players who completed all levels. Personally, I like the game. It definitely has its flaws, as the aiming is off and there is no calibration screen. This is especially irritating as I felt the hitboxes were a tad bit too small. The graphics look nice for an 8-bit Atari game and the sounds are fitting. Sadly, besides the one track on the title screen, there is no music inside the game. The box art is held in the same style as the other Atari XE light gun games. Personally, I think it is a bit boring. For the fun of it, I have built a Sega Light phaser to XG1 adapter invented by 133 MHz, which I previously mentioned in episode 17. However, I feel in this particular game an actual XG1 works slightly better. Basically, I disagree with the popular belief that the XG1 was inaccurate. The video footage in this video was generated with an Atari 800XL. The video was transmitted as S-video using a modification invented by the user Bryan of the AtariAge forum. As of making this video, he is still selling these outstanding boards called UAV. This is the end of the review. My name is Ben. I thank you for viewing.